Hello and welcome to Midlander Gaming. Sorry, it's been a couple of weeks now. Not getting through the editing and producing videos as fast as I would like. I'm trying to improve, and I think I am. Although this video might reverse that thought. But a little bit of an update of where we are now. I was hoping to have the army fully complete by this video. Unfortunately, I fell into a bit of a stumbling block whereby I ran out of the decals to complete my models. So we'll go over that in a second. But this video will just give you an update of where we are. Because of the not being where I would hope to be with my army, it's going to just give a bit of an overall update of the plan in general. So moving on, this is where we are with the army now. With having a few things with the Germans now, I was struggling to choose an army list, and as you do with when you've got lots of cool models, you try and fit them all into a list. So I was contemplating taking things out, putting other things in. I love panthers and tigers and things, as you do. But the trouble was I'd seen Rob's list. Now I thought it'd be unfair to do a list after seeing his list. So to make my life easier and to make it much fairer, I've decided to do the list as it is in the Panzer Krumpf Heavy Tank Killer Company box set. That way, A, it's easier for me. I'll just choose everything that's in the list, and B, there's no unfair advantage of knowing what Rob's taking. There's also an added benefit in that what you see on the screen there is all I need to paint to finish the list. The only thing that's missing is that I added over the list in the box set is a observer. So I took out, I think you get about 3 points spent on cards in the box list. So I took out one of the points of the cards and put in an observer. So yeah, so that's all I had to paint, and the next image we'll flick to shows mid painting. Just getting to this stage, you can see the 3 Jag Panthers at the back as well. I was going along quite nicely, and then at this stage is when I would normally apply the decals, and I noticed I never had any decals left. I'd used up all the German symbols. Now I was a bit surprised that you didn't get enough in that box set, so I got a bit disheartened and stopped painting really while I realised I had to order some decals, but at just £6 I didn't really want to pay postage, which would be another £6. So I've had to combine it with an order of terrain or something else to make the postage worthwhile. Now unfortunately, when that delivery arrived, which you'll see in a moment, I could only get hold of Waffen SS decals, but they had the same German symbol on, so I wasn't that bothered. But B, by the time they arrived, I was going through boxes and just tidying things up, and I found that the original decals that I got with the set. So you do get enough decals. I was just an idiot, and I'd put them somewhere else. I'd actually put them in with some bolt action also in the middle of making. So yeah, so never mind. I've got more decals than I ever need now. So I will try and finish these off now over the next few days. Now I can start proceeding with the paint schemes, get those washed and weathered, and get all the tracks painted up, and that should be those items there done. You can see the observer added in there, and then I'll finish off the 3 Jag Panthers, and that is my list done. So I'm hoping in a week or two my list will be complete. So what else have I been doing? Well, I didn't want to twiddle my thumbs doing nothing, so if I couldn't finish my army list, I decided to at least get a board ready to play over, so it makes the games interesting for me and Rob, and for anybody that views it, should we hopefully create a video. So I laid out my terrain as it is on my board, and as you can see it there, so that's all the MDF buildings that I painted in a previous video. I cut up some door mats basically to make some hay fields that everyone seems to do. And I went out shopping and just bought some little clump scenery and lichen and some more trees, just to give it a bit more life to the board. You'll see that in the clip later on. However, the board was still looking pretty sparse in sections. You see all these big open sections, very plain green, no real life to it. I mean, one thing I can do is just chuck all this debris everywhere, which is a bit messy, but at least it gives it some better visual appeal. But I know that's not going to be enough, really. So I realised I needed to expand on doing this sort of thing, some walls and edging or hedges or something to create some extra visual appeal. And the other thing is roads, which I know I needed the roads, and I was going to make some roads, but again, as you'll see later, I decided not to make roads because I found a deal for some roads that you can buy, which was basically probably as much as I'd have spent trying to make them, and will look far better than what I could achieve making them. So I went that route, and you'll see those later on. But yeah, so that is the board laid out, which you'll see some improvement when I bought some extra terrain and the roads. But we're getting there, and hopefully it'll give a nice board to play over and have some good battle reports. So that is the plan. I'm going to leave this little section here. We're going to go to another scene that will just update other areas, and I'll catch you back in a minute. Okay, thanks for a nice express delivery from Zatu. I'm going to do a bit of an unboxing of a delivery I've had, which will hopefully provide some extra terrain and make the board nicer. So a quick overview of the board as it stands. So there we are, that's pretty much everything I've got laid out currently. Ignore the woods at the end, they're just some sample bits. So I've had a nice delivery here, which you're going to join me in opening. Hopefully it'll be nice and easy with one hand. What do we have in here? We have two sets of autumn woods. And it's mainly for the bases and the trees to add some variety, because if I want non-autumn I could use my other trees. So there we go. We've got a beer voucher, that might be nice. We have, slightly off topic, HMS Ark Royal, which is to go with my bit of a jumbled mess, but my Royal Navy. And finally, some more checks. I must be lucky. What we got in here? My decals, so I can actually finish the tanks. That's what's been holding me up finishing the army. And another box, and in this is I've got to admit, I wasn't expecting more things. I can't remember what. Oh, let's get it out and bring it up here. Some tape. Oh, okay, so they're not boxed, they're loose. But I have a set of rural roads to hopefully go in between all these houses. Oh, look at that. Not sure what's in this box then. Maybe it comes in too. Let me just put the camera down, sorry.
Apologies for the boring picture there. So it appears, okay, so yeah, it's more rural roads. It is just one set. I was wondering why I had two boxes, but it looks like it's packaged all individually. So there we go, and hopefully we'll have a T junction, because I'd really like a T junction on my board. In fact, I think that's it there. Oh, that's nice. A rail track one. Unfortunately, that means I'm now going to have to go and buy a rail track set. There we go. That's what I wanted. Let's have a quick lay down and see how it looks. Now, probably a tarmac or cobbled road would look better, but I went with the rural road because I think it's going to be more flexible in doing lots of locations, whereas a cobbled road will look out of place or on a non-urban environment. So there we go. Hopefully, with that laid out and the woods laid out in the sparse areas, and I've got a few more walls and bocage hedgerows to come in, hopefully we'll have a board fit to battle on and push those dirty English back to Blighty. Catch you later.
So there you go. The army's coming along nicely, not far away now really. Got more confidence about everything being done in time for our game in March. Dates are all planned, or we've got 2 dates in mind, so we just need to finalise which one. But yeah, army's almost there. I don't think a couple of weeks I think I'll have that done, and now we've got a board that I'd be happy to play on and happy to showcase on a YouTube video at least, and not have it look a bit sparse and uninteresting and flat. So the only thing I'll do is just quickly flick to how the board or kind of looks. So you can see it there with some rows laid out. I think hopefully you agree that it looks a lot better and looks a reasonable board now. Still need to flesh a few things out, so I have got those 2 woods that arrived to put on the board. This train track was a nice bonus. It looks absolutely, it looks really good. Now the only trouble is I now feel I need to expand on it, so that's another purchase for the future maybe, because a train track and a railway station might be quite a cool setting for a game as well. And maybe just 1 or 2 extra roads just to complete off, but I'm sure I can alter the layout slightly to make that blend in a bit better with the edges. But yeah, I think the board, I'm kind of happy with how it looks. Like I say, just some little bit of areas just to fill in, which I'm hopefully going to do with building some bocage style hedges. But for a nice easy fix, I decided to make some hedges out of a scouring pad. So nice and simple, a couple of scouring pads cut into strips, PVA glue on a lollipop stick, and there you go, nice easy hedge. Now I do want to shape them a little bit and add flock and spray the base and things, so they will be improved on that, but there's a very, very quick and easy hedge that's usable straight away. They're not too bad. And there it is in scale next to a half track, just to make sure I was about along the right lines of how high a hedge should be. And I put it against some tanks as well, just to see what sort of cover and how they fit behind it. It works quite well. The only thing I'd say is that when I actually put them on the board, I don't know if I haven't got a picture of it, when I put them on the board, they're very, very small. They're about the same height as these walls here, and bearing in mind that these roads are lifted slightly, if I hedgerow the walls, if I put the hedges along the side of the road, they don't stand out that much. So I'm kind of wondering whether I need to go a bit larger scale, and it's a bit over the top for a height of a hedge, but it just stands out a bit more on the board. I don't know, I'll have to have a play around. What you saw there, that's not for Flames of War, but I'm also doing some for bolt action as well, just to see if I can create some hedges for bolt action. But there we go. So I think hopefully it's looking, you guys think it's worthwhile. Plenty to see, and I'm hoping when we get a game in, we can have a battle report, and A, we can start learning the game, but B, we can get some feedback from anyone who watches the videos as well, to give us some advice and keep building on videos, keep building on games, and hopefully get some content out there that is worthwhile. Not only that, it just gives me an extra drive to keep on playing Flames of War, keep painting models, keep producing terrain. Because I think without that drive and motivation and goal, it's easy to to sway away to other projects, which I've already done, to be honest, with Bolt Action and Victory at Sea. But I think they'll be for content for the channel, to be honest, later on another day. So it's not, it's a side track, but hopefully it's something that I can then share with anyone viewing and get the channel to grow. So I appreciate you tuning in all the way to the end. It's probably been a bit of a long video. I've got various clips put together, so I don't know how long it is, but yeah, I appreciate you if you've made it this far, and really grateful for watching the videos, and hopefully I can reward you with a battle report that's, again, hopefully something enjoyable for you to watch. All right, take care, bye bye.